Welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Boston Red Sox going up against the Atlanta Braves. First pitch coming your way next. Just about set. And on the mound in this one, Spencer Strider. What do we have on him?
Four-pitch guy. He's got some options to work with in terms of keeping hitters off balance. So we'll see how he decides to utilize those weapons through this start here, and whether or not he's able to mix them all in early, or if he wants to hold something back a little bit later, maybe second, third time through the order, and give them something they haven't seen. It's tough when you know a guy's got that in his back pocket. As a hitter, you really have to stay on your toes.
Jarren Duran, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball one. Next offering is in for a strike.
It's a good changeup to hit up in the zone. I don't think he recognized it. I'm sure he'd love to have that one back.
Swings and lines one towards the gap, and no one can get there. Now he turns and heads for second. The throw in, not going to get him. He's in there.
That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
And here is Devers. Devers, the baby-faced assassin. First pitch misses. Duran leads off second with nobody out. Fastball for a strike. And the count even at one.
Out there on the mound, he's setting the tone early with the fastball. 98 miles per hour up on the scoreboard.
Fouls one off out of play, back to our left.
Pretty good pitch there to take a rip at. He wants to get his arms extended. He likes the ball away from him a little bit, just not able to square it up.
Man at second. Got him. Not what you're looking for after the leadoff double. A strikeout, and there's one away.
Well, that's not the best two-strike fastball I've seen, but it certainly got away with the location there. You know, sometimes as a hitter, when you're down in the count, you're so focused on a pitcher painting the black, and you just get a little bit locked up on something down the heart of the plate, not expecting it, and it just kind of freezes you.
Way inside. Left-hand batter waits. And that one wrapped foul. And another ball. Runner at second here, one gone. That misses the zone. 3-2 now.
Really good take, especially with two strikes.
And a swing and a miss. 2 away. So back-to-back strikeouts now, and they still haven't managed to do anything with the leadoff double.
Yeah, Boog, and you just don't want to get careless here. You've done a really good job to get 2 outs after that leadoff double, as you mentioned. And just got to execute your pitches, and it's a non-issue.
Masataka Yoshida up next for the Red Sox. In the air to left center. Kelnick sizes this one up. Brings it in, and that is that. And the Red Sox leave one. And now the Braves will get their first crack at it. No score. Major League Baseball is on the show. back at Truist Park. And today's starting pitcher, Lucas Giolito.
Well, that 12-6 curveball explodes out of the hand, and because he's able to throw the high fastball at the top of the strike zone for a strike, hitters commit to that pitch. Before they know it, they're swinging over the top of that curveball.
Here's Ronald Acuna Jr. at the plate. The line of the pitch. Inside, just missed. Giolito, a former All-Star. He features a four-seam fastball, a changeup, a slider, and he occasionally uses a curve. And the right-hander deals. Just missed. Next pitch is downstairs. Let's see if he gives him anything to hit here. And there's the automatic.
Thought the green light might be on right there, but maybe not. If you're looking to swing in that count, that's the pitch you want.
Line drive, caught. Here's the Atlanta Braves lineup. They're facing a pitcher today who's prone to giving up homers, so we'll see. We might get some big swings here today.
Yeah, I think the key, though, and the reason why he gives up those homers is that guys are locking in, they're aggressive, and they have a high confidence level. So I think if that's the approach these hitters take with the stuff he's got there on the mound, yeah, there's a good chance that there'll be some balls that fly a long way. But you can't get too big in your swing, otherwise you'll be really frustrated after this one.
One down, base is empty.
That's a ball.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2. One out, base is empty. And that one upstairs.
He really committed to that fastball up at the top of the zone. He knows that if he makes a mistake in the zone, it gets hit hard by a power guy like this. That's a nice miss right there.
The 2-2 on the way. Fights it off. You'll see another. And that's off the inside edge. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Ground ball to the right side. Casas takes it to the bag, and the home first moving along quickly today. 2 gone.
The third baseman, Austin.
2 outs, base is empty. Here's Austin Riley. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. Top of the zone, and it's called a strike. 2 outs, base is empty. Misses off the inside, and the count is 1-1.
I think it's very important to establish the inside part of the plate early. It sets the tone for the rest of the game.
That one down the line, and foul ball.
Flew open a little bit with that front shoulder, but was able to slow his bat down just enough to make contact with that pitch. Keep the at-bat alive.
Fights that one away, still 1-2. Two down, nobody on. And down on strikes. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. And the Braves go down quietly. Scoreless after 1. New inning getting started. And now Trevor Story.
Trevor
Strider, an all-star a season ago, 25 years old, and he was drafted in the 4th round in 2020. And that's in for a strike.
Good zip on that fastball at the bottom of the zone. If he's there all day, it's going to be a tough one for the hitters.
Line drive, base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
batting fifth.
Here's the rookie right fielder, Wilyer Abreu. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Abreu, 24 years old, and he's usually in center, but today starting in right. And the 1-0.
Ball. 2-0.
Go ahead run at first. Nobody out. Here at the top of the second. On the ground, right side. And he grabs it in foul ground.
Well, less responsibility for him today, making the move from being the captain of the outfield to moving to right field. So he can let his center fielder take those balls in the gap and kind of like a little day off.
At the belt and fires. 3-1, and he couldn't come up with it.
Base knock, and now a free pass. This has the makings of a big inning if they can get a couple more quality at bats.
Here's Tyler O'Neill. First and second here, no outs. That misses. And 1-1. Time to look at our umpiring crew in this one. Kenny Jansen behind the plate.
Yeah, and expect a little inconsistency on the corners. He doesn't make any wild calls, but he does give and take there a little bit. So he doesn't have the easiest strike zone to figure out, especially as the game goes on when you're expecting it to become more consistent. Really going after him here. All fastballs to get ahead in the count.
And that one is lifted in the air. Under it is Acuna to make the grab. And O'Neill is retired. And there's one away.
Batting it. The second baseman.
2 on, 1 out. Vaughn Grissom up next for the Red Sox.
It's early, but these at-bats can impact the game just as much as they do later. Here's a chance to set the tone early for your team.
That's through there for a strike.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
Story, the lead runner at second. Abreu over at first with one away. Story back in at a dive. They say a win.
No ball. 2 strikes.
It's a strikeout. Pulled the string on the changeup.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
So first and second with 2 outs. And now it's the catcher for the Red Sox, Connor Wong. That one finds the zone. 0-1. Two on, 2 outs.
1-1.
This one in the air, right field. And that's a foul ball.
You can see he was trying to stay back long enough to handle the off-speed pitch, but just a little tight on the fastball.
And another ball. Two outs. Couple of base runners at first and second. Strike 3. Got him swinging. That ends the frame.
Sometimes he wears the emotion on the sleeve, but that's okay as long as he's getting results. And right there, thrilled with the punch out to get out of a jam.
And welcome back to the ballpark. And now Matt Olson up to hit.
If you don't get ahead in the count, you can forget about having any success against him.
As he turns on the rubber, and with that good live arm delivers. There's a strike. Olson, multi-time All-Star, batting in the cleanup spot. A former first-round pick back in 2012. And that one fouled off. Kicks and fires. Struck him out looking.
Frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter, and I'm sure that's going to sit on it for a little while. You want to be ready to hit the fastball. Sometimes you can overthink things, and I think that was the case right there.
Marcell Ozuna, batting with one down, takes a strike. Ozuna goes 6'1", 225 pounds, and he was born in the Dominican Republic. And that's outside. 1-1. Good eye in that spot. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. And they jump out front. It's 1-0.
The one thing the pitcher didn't want to happen just happened. That's not an easy one to stomach. Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch. Absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
Michael Harris next up for the Braves. One down, base is empty.
No, that's the ball.
That's in there, and it's 1-2. Popped up to the left, into foul ground. Pulls it down, and there's 2 gone.
Batting 7th, the catcher, Sean.
2 outs, base is empty. And next for Atlanta, Sean Murphy. Swings through that one out in front that
No
time.
ball. 1 strike.
1 run across in the frame so far. Bottom half of inning number 2. Swing and a ball popped up. Makes the play, and it's out number 3. Atlanta draws first blood with a solo shot. It's now 1-0. On to the 3rd inning. Now here's the Red Sox leadoff hitter, Jarren Duran. The right-hander back to work. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. That one's in there. That is strike 2. A wind and a pitch. Hits and misses. It's a strikeout.
Oh, really went aggressive in with that slider. Good 2-strike pitch right there. At worst case scenario, it's weak contact in play. Exactly where he and the catcher wanted it.
Devers batting for the second time, and that's strike one. Swing and a miss. And the count is 0-2. That one missed.
Caught a break right there. Pretty good pitch in the outside corner.
The Red Sox down by a run. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. That one just misses.
It's a good take.
Got it by him for the K.
Tasked with 1, 2, and 3 to start this inning, but no trouble so far. I'm sure he'd love to strike out the side here. Make a little statement, but you've got to be composed in this spot. Focus on getting this next guy. You got 2 good outs. Want to get the third one and avoid the middle of that lineup coming up with a base runner. Could become dangerous.
Casas now in the box. Comes up empty with a swing there. Ground ball up the middle. What a stop! From his knees, the throw. And that's a great play for the out.
That was a great job at doing the math. He had the perfect angle. Diving stop completes the play, and that ends the inning.
Back here in Atlanta, here's the left fielder, Jared Kellner. The line to kick the pitch. That's a strike across the top of the zone. That one finds the corner, and it's 0-2.
Love how vocal the umpire is today. No doubt in the hitter's mind, catcher's mind, and even the pitcher's mind as to the conviction in the call.
Gets a piece and stays alive. Here's the 0-2. Got him looking, and he didn't like the call.
Batting ninth.
Here's Orlando Arcia. And that's in for a strike. Drilled left field. That's back there. Bangs off the wall. Around first and hustling for second. And he starts his afternoon off right with a double.
He was all over that one. Anytime you smoke a ball off the wall, you kind of think about what it could have been. But obviously, you have to be happy with that result.
And now it's Ronald Acuna Jr. 0 for 1 so far. Right through there for a strike. Man at second.
Ball.
Pitch misses there, and it's 1-1.
Well, you put good velocity in the head of the hitter. He's got to get it ready early and then change speeds. Keep him off balance. That's the goal.
Next pitch misses way outside. Arcia, the runner at second with one away. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Righty delivers. Swing from Acuna. Big drive. Deep left field. Back. Gone. jacks that one out to left. And they throw a pair on the board. It's 3-0.
Acuna is someone who is always just a swing away from doing something special. Knew what pitch he wanted to hit. Spent on some other pitches in this at bat. Was very patient, and it paid off.
Here is Ozzie Albies up to hit. 0 for 1. He grounded out to first his last time. And that one fouled off. Two runs across in the inning here in the last half of the third. Wouldn't chase that time. And that's outside. The count now 2-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And there's 2 away.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
Riley stands in here, leaves that one off the inside. Well, Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. Here's a 1-1.
No.
It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now. Doesn't even matter that much if your starter doesn't go that deep, because teams are really aggressively building their bullpens. Matt Olson to bat next. This one popped up. And makes the play, and that's out number 3. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run homer. It's now 3-0. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Back here with my pal Siggy as we go to the top of the 4th. Now it's the DH, Masataka Yoshida. Strider back to work. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
Lifted in the air, right center field. And it falls. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
You know what they say, he couldn't have thrown it out there any better than that, and certainly the case that time. Just flared it back behind the second baseman and dropped it in there.
Here's Trevor Story, and he's already singled in this game.
Story.
And a foul ball.
You know, these Red Sox just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. They're chasing a lot of pitches outside the zone, and those chases that are turning into a bunch of outs. Can they turn that around and stay within the zone? We'll see, but I think they have to.
And the 0-2. The shortstop takes the ball. Runner at first with no outs here. And another ball Cuts and misses. That's a strikeout.
Just absolutely rolling on the mound. He's looking very much on his game in the early parts of this one, Boog. Fully on the attack with these hitters.
That's 7 strikeouts already, so he's got a good pace going, no doubt. So up next, Wilyer Abreu. That
Ball
just
one.
misses, and that's ball 1.
1 ball, no strikes.
Man at first, 1 away. Next
down.
offering is downstairs. Kicks and deals. That one's spoiled, and the count now 2-1. Righty to the plate. Ripped, but it curls foul. Swing and a miss. Had him out front for the strikeout.
Well, interesting, and he's looking very comfortable out of the stretch after giving up the leadoff single. Back-to-back strikeouts, so they haven't been able to move that runner up, get him into scoring position, and try to have a better chance of scoring. I tell you, good job so far on the mound. He just needs one more out.
Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. Throw in holds the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2 away.
Waste no time there. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
So digging in, Vaughn Grissom. Right through there for a strike. Two outs. A little bit high. 1 ball, 1 strike. First and second, 2 down. Bounced out to short. Arcia gathers and throws to first. And that is the inning. Boston strands a pair. They trail in this one 3-0. And we're back. Now at the plate, Matt Olson.
The first baseman, Matt Olson.
And the pitch.
Ball
Ball 1 there.
You know, these Braves doing a good job of simply getting the bat on the ball in this game, and the numbers back that up. And here's a stat for you, Boog. They're making contact with more than 85% of the pitches that they're swinging at. It's pretty special stuff. Not so good if you're out there on the mound.
In the air, right field, pretty well struck. That one's carrying. And it bangs off the top of the wall. Safe at second with a leadoff double.
Well, that was one of those high percentage advantage counts where batting averages are just so much higher. He hit that ball really well to deep right field right there. Got a pitch to drive and just stayed through it nicely. Didn't quite have the trajectory to clear the fence, but you're always happy with an extra base hit.
Here's Marcell Ozuna. He's already homered in this game. And a foul ball.
Let's go one more time, baby.
The 0-1. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. Here comes Olsen around third.
It's Gets a run on the board and picks up an RBI. Just kept it simple. Played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down.
So a man aboard. Michael Harris will hit next. First time up was a pop out. Gets under it and pops it up. Casas should have this one. Makes the grab, one away.
Now batting, the catcher, Sean Murphy.
So here's Murphy now. He's 0 for 1. This is a guy who is very highly regarded defensively. Fun to watch him control stuff behind the plate. Good game caller. Good at framing, but it's that big arm that really stands out.
You come into the game knowing that unless the ball's in the dirt or gets by him, we're probably not going to steal anything today. So that's where you want to get a little more aggressive on your secondary lead and hope that some base hits, some slugs, some home runs can come into play.
One run across in the frame so far. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. And down on strikes he goes. And there are 2 down. Here's Jared Kelenic.
No left field. Jared Kelenic.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Strike 1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Right-hander kicks, deals.
Hey!
Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
1-2.
That's down and in. Called strike 3 on the fastball, and that ran back over the inner half. So 1 run in the inning on this base hit. It's now a 4-0 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. Back at Truist Park, and now the catcher comes up to hit. Connor Wong. Wong goes 6'1", 27 years old, and he was a 3rd-round pick back in 2017. That misses the zone. Ball 1.
You know, these Red Sox finding ways to get on base, but they still need help driving them home. They've had their chances with runners in scoring position, but nobody's been able to deliver a big hit in those situations.
And a pitch. Swing and a miss as he was late.
And you got to give some credit to the other side as well. They've been able to get out of a few tough jams, but frustration is mounting for this offense, no doubt.
Bounce to the right. Albies on to first. Out. 1 away here in the 5th.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
So the lineup flips over. Now batting Jarren Duran. 1 for 2. First pitch, and that's in for a strike. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're at the top of the 5th. And he drops it down the 3rd baseline. On the run, sends it over to first. One attempt doesn't work. They get the out. Devers now, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. And there's a foul ball.
Looking sharp, just a strike away from 5 shutout innings.
The 0-2. Now a check swing, but he held up. And a foul ball, he stays alive.
Now there's a pitch we haven't seen in a while. It's going to be tough on the hitters if he can mix that in whenever he wants.
2 down, nobody on. And there's a ball.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking at bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
Left-hand hitter waits. To third. Riley fires the first, and Devers is set down. That's out number 3. Red Sox go down 1-2-3. They're on the short end of a 4-0 score. And welcome back to the ballpark. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now in for the Braves, Orlando Arcia. The pitch. Wouldn't chase that time. So 2 balls and no strikes.
Looks like he's being a little cautious with him in this at bat after doubling the first time up. Doesn't want to make another mistake.
And the righty deals. Close, but called a ball. And that's ball 3. Here's a strike.
3 balls, 1 strike.
And that's ball 4.
Take your base.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Lucas Giolito will depart, and we'll be back with their first arm out of the pen after a quick break. On the mound now, number 28.
Well, they didn't get much length out of their starter in this one, so they've got a lot of outs to eat up in that bullpen. I think they'll look for some length out of him right here if they can get it.
Here's Acuna now. He's already homered here in this one. He's a guy who does it all. With the lack of contact in today's game, this guy hits for contact, so he delivers average, but there's on base and slugging too. Swing and a miss. Ugly swing right there.
Early in the count, you have to be real careful because of that power, but then if this hitter gets a strike or 2 on him, he's still very comfortable, and because he has the ability to get the barrel to the baseball, he's a threat deep into the count as well.
Ground ball right side, could be 2. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Goes to second, safe there.
I think he just rushed that one. Great chance to turn 2, and as an infielder in a play like that, I think guys can get a little excited and forget to make the play one step at a time. Could have been 2 outs. Instead, they get none.
Ozzie Albies up to the plate. And that one wrapped foul. First and second, no outs. Last half of inning number 5. Foul ball there. Oh, and he hit him. He had 2 strikes on him, and he hit him.
That pitch right there didn't even sniff the zone. He was all out of whack on that delivery.
Austin Riley digs in now. First pitch misses.
Well, this is a tough situation with the bases loaded, but the healthiest mindset is just try to get outs one hitter at a time.
All loaded up. Dangerous hitter at the plate. Just missed.
Pressure's on right here. 2-0 count, bases loaded. You don't want to fall to a 3-ball count and then walk in a run. He's got to challenge the hitter right here.
The hitters count to 2-0. And that one fouled off.
You need a strikeout, and you need a ball perhaps on the ground for a double play, or get yourself a pop-up, something, but you've got to make some pitches. But if he can battle and get through this, he can earn some points.
And that's downstairs and outside. Arcia, the runner at third. Acuna on second. Albies on at first with nobody out. That clips the corner.
No need to offer that pitch until you get to 2 strikes. It's just a low percentage of success when you want to try to go after that down and away pitch.
Right-handed reliever. Now this is in the air down the line. Abreu makes the grab on the run. The throw's offline. He's safe. And the lead is up to 5.
Well, right there, he's definitely looking for more than just a sac fly with the bases loaded and nobody out, but you'll take it. Now it's up to the guys coming up behind him to pick up the rest of those runners on base.
There's a swing and a drive. Makes the catch up against the wall. Runner tagging and headed for home. It's a sac fly as he comes across to score. It's 6-0. Marcell Ozuna next up for the Braves. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. That one's in there. That's strike 1.
No ball, 1 strike.
Two outs. In there at the knees, and it's 0-2.
And a bat like this is almost over as it begins. In this situation, you have no idea what the next pitch is going to be. You just got to hope that you can make contact.
And that one missing low. Swing and a miss. Slider got him for strike 3. No hits for them in the inning, but they're gifted a couple of runs. 5 innings complete. Braves 6 and the Red Sox nothing. Back here in Atlanta, start of the 6th, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and leading off, Tristan Casas. Strider back to work. And a swing and a miss there.
Clearly down in this ball game, and you can't look at the deficit and try to get it all back in one swing. It's got to come one at bat at a time, and even shrink it down smaller, pitch to pitch. Make that guy on the mound work to get you out.
That one fouled off. And that skips in the dirt. Out towards right center. That's well struck. And it's out of here. And they're on the board. It's 6-1. That one just sounded different.
And might have been the loudest moment yet. Man, my ears are ringing. I can feel that swing from the booth. A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
Here's the Boston cleanup hitter, Masataka Yoshida. That one's in there, 0-1.
Thinking about Yoshida, he's never going to be the biggest player when he's on the field, but that doesn't mean he can't hit. He gets on base and doesn't strike out very often. That combo makes you a valuable asset to your club.
And it's quickly 0-2 on the designated hitter. Nobody on, nobody out, and we're the top half of the sixth. The pitch. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. That's inside.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. But that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
The punch out there, and that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer. Trevor Story comes up to the plate.
Shortstop, Trevor Story.
First pitch just misses. The shortstop takes the ball.
2 balls, no strike.
And here it comes.
Ball 3.
Definitely a frustrating day for the offense, but when they look at it, this guy's had his best stuff. He's painting the corners, working on the edges, and changing speeds. Just a difficult one. You tip your cap.
Next pitch in for a strike, and the count is 3-1.
Clearly taking all the way there in that 3-0 count. It was a cookie right down the middle.
And he walked him.
Take your base.
Trying to work his way back into the count right there, but so much for that. Pretty good pitch, but just doesn't get the call on 3-0.
One gone, runner at first. And now the right fielder, Wilyer Abreu. Swung on, belted. Acuna raging back towards the wall. Pulls it in on the warning track.
Man, I love that route. The ball was smoked. He knew he had to get back to the track right away. Turned his back on the infield. Got to the spot, turned around, and made a nice catch.
Tyler O'Neill up next for the Red Sox. And a foul ball. Story leads off first with 2 down to the inning. The 0-1 is outside, and it's a ball and a strike. Movement in the Atlanta bullpen. Tyler Matzik getting ready to come in for manager Brian Snitker. Jimenez also throwing. And he deals. And he gets tied up right there.
1 ball.
Talk about tying a guy up. That was ugly.
In the dirt. And an excellent job keeping it right there. Here comes a pitch. No. Just misses the mark outside the zone.
Well, just about to hit that century mark. 100 pitches for this game.
Swings and misses. Out number 3. The Red Sox pick up a run on the homer. And this is now a 6-1 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Bottom of the 6th inning. So now to the plate for Atlanta, Michael Harris. Singy, you got to appreciate a guy who's this good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful. And it's fouled away.
And I would say that most great defensive outfielders, it's kind of natural. There is some work that you can do to it to improve your game, but ultimately you either have it or you don't.
The pitch. So a foul ball makes it 1-2.
There's one guy that I can think about, Boog, who started as a third baseman, Alex Gordon, and then became an elite perennial gold glover out in left field for the Kansas City Royals. But he's a guy, when you watch him play, you would imagine that that's all he ever played in his life was the outfield.
And another ball. Yeah, some guys just have instincts, right? I mean, that's the way it goes. We talk about Larry Walker, the Hall of Famer, and his instinct on the bases, despite the fact that he didn't play a ton of baseball as a kid. Whips it to Casas. 1 up, 1 down.
Up next for it, right. The catcher, Sean.
Here's Sean Murphy. He's built his reputation as one of the top framers in the sport.
One 0.
Splits the plate, and the count 1-1.
Well, I think that pitch surprised all of us. Right down the middle, doesn't get a swing. Not very often you see a hitter lay off a cookie like that.
That's off the mark, and it's 2-1. Breaking ball in there for a strike.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
And there's a rocket into the outfield. Around first, digging for 2. Throws to second, but he's in there easily.
Showed some really nice patience in that at bat. Worked himself into a good count. He really shot that one down the right field line and somehow found a way to keep it from slicing foul. One thing that was great about the approach, his head was down all the way through the pitch, and that's how you do it.
1 down. Jared Kelnick next up for the Braves. Inside, just missed.
1 ball, no strike.
Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. Duran racing over to make the catch.
The batter, number 11, shortstop, Orlando.
Orlando Arcia next up for the Braves. And that's off the inside edge. And that is ball 1. Right through there for a strike.
Back-to-back fastballs in. That last one called for a strike. Probably go away, but look for him to come back in there to try to finish you off.
Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. Runner holds at third, so even with 2 outs, they didn't risk it.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. I really like that swing, man. He didn't just push it the other way through the infield. He drove it that way, and it kind of makes me think he was thinking opposite field as he stepped into the box. Got a pitch he liked, and he got it done.
And here is Ronald Acuna Jr. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Two on, 2 outs.
Ball 2.
Just missed.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
There's the strike.
2-1.
Two outs. Flips the outside corner. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And another ball. Ozzie Albies on deck for Atlanta. On the ground, right side. Whips it to Casas. That ends the inning. 2 left for Atlanta. They still lead it, though, 6-1. Back here with my pal Ziggy, top of inning number 7. So stepping in for Boston, Vaughn Grissom. The pitch. And delivers outside. Swing and a miss. Slider right there.
1-1. Just an outstanding job of spinning the baseball, moving it around, doing what he does.
The pitch. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. And a pitch.
2-2.
Got him looking. And 1 away. And stepping in for Boston, Connor Wong. Yeah, there's the strike.
Pretty rare location right there, right down the middle. This guy paints the edges. I'm not sure if you're going to see that pitch again as a hitter.
Base is empty, 1 away. Here in the top half of inning number 7. Fought off foul. That one the other way. He pulls it in. 2 away.
That at bat is a positive sign, even though it probably doesn't feel like it. He hit the ball hard, but it doesn't always work out in your favor. Sometimes a defender is there to make a play.
And now Jarren Duran. First pitch, and he just misses. Righty delivers. And that's in the dirt.
No, that pitch not even close. A 2-0 count now. He can't be over aggressive. He's got to make sure that pitch is right on a tee for him.
Next offering is down low. Rafael Devers up next. And the right-hander deals. The right-hander gives up the 2-out walk.
Well, he's starting to look a little gassed to me, and we'll see if they go to the bullpen in this spot or not.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Spencer Strider won't go any further. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound. Tyler Matson gets the ball now.
And you know, bullpen guys can struggle sometimes when they're called upon with big leads because it just doesn't have the same intensity as a tight game. So we'll see how sharp he is. Your mental toughness matters in situations like this as well.
Man aboard, and here is Devers, 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out. And a strike to Devers. Kicks and fires.
That pitch started in and ended up on the outside edge, just changing planes, and very difficult, especially for a left-handed hitter to track.
Duran, the runner at first with 2 gone. Slider misses outside. 1-2 stays alive. Up the middle. Albies not in time. He's safe.
Up next, the first baseman, Tristan Casas.
First and second, 2 down. Tristan Casas now at the plate. Foul ball. Kicks and deals. In there for a strike at the top of the zone. Slider misses outside.
Rarely will you see a pitcher just waste a pitch like that. The batter wasn't even tempted to swing. Every pitch needs to have a purpose so that it can set up a following pitch to help you get that out.
And that just misses. Swing and a high fly ball in the air left field. That one's deep. Back gone. Another homer. His second home run of the game. It's 6-4. They needed that one, Singy.
Indeed they did. They've been fighting to get back into this game, and just like that, they're back in it. That's the exact definition of hitting the ball where it's pitched, taking that outside fastball and driving it the opposite way out of the ballpark. You want to bottle that type of approach.
So 2 away with nobody on. Next is the designated hitter, Masataka Yoshida. 1 for 3. And there's a foul ball. Pitch misses, and now it's even 1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Up the middle, Arcia gets it to first. 3rd out, and that ends the frame. But not before they're able to draw closer with this blast. It's now a 6-4 ball game. You're dialed into the show. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Chris Martin.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
And now it's the switch hitting second baseman, Ozzie Albies.
The second baseman, Ozzie Albies.
The pitch. And fires in a fastball at 95. Movement in the bullpen. Zach Kelly preparing to come on if needed. Righty to the plate. And ball 1. And a pitch. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. At the belt and fires. And they'll do it again. The 1-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. And another ball. Good eye right there.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with three-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
Out towards right center field. Durant makes the play. One down.
Now back, the third baseman.
Down the third baseman, Austin Riley. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. That's a strike. It's 0-1.
Looks like he sacrificed a pitch right down the middle for tracking and timing. Some good hitters will do that.
Now the 0-1. Swinging a foul straight back. And a pitch. Not even close there. Now 1-2. Good job to fight that one off. And misses inside.
2 balls, 2 strikes. No.
Up and in, and it's 3-2.
Didn't get the result he wanted, but that's a nice pitch right there.
And the righty deals. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Right-handed reliever headed down the line, and that lands in no man's land, a foul ball. Payoff pitch, gets a piece there. We'll do it again. One down, base is empty. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. On the ground, out to short. So they get the out after a long battle at the plate.
Now back, first baseman.
Here's Matt Olson. And that's off the inside edge. Ball 1.
Good fastball there. I think it was a purpose pitch. Just want to make that hitter's feet uncomfortable. And that location will definitely do it.
Next offering is downstairs. Two down, nobody on. In there at the knees. And that's strike 1. Big swing and a miss.
That split is a pretty nasty pitch. Explodes out of the hand. Looks like a fastball, and the bottom just falls out of it.
The other way, and he beats the shift. Around first, heading for 2. And he's got his second double of the game.
2 hits for him in this one, both for extra bases. Got to feel good about that. Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep.
And now it's the Braves DH, Marcell Ozuna. He launched a solo shot back in the second inning of this one.
Yeah, that was big for these guys early on. Definitely helped them get off onto the right foot.
He gets there with the slide. The throw, and that's a nice play to end the inning. Braves strand 1. They still lead it, though, 6-4. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Ronaldo Lopez.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect the tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Here's Trevor Story now.
The Red Sox, the shortstop, Trevor Story.
Here comes the pitch. That's off the mark, and that's ball 1. Lopez, in his 7th season, he features a 4-seam fastball, a slider, a changeup, and he occasionally uses a curve.
No, inside.
Just missed. Two 2-0 to count. Here it comes.
Ball 3.
And another ball. So definitely a little wild right out of the gate.
Well, it can be a little tough coming from the bullpen mound to this mound, but you've got to find a way to get ahead in the count quickly. He hasn't. We'll see how this at bat turns out.
That one finds the zone. 3 balls and a strike. And the right-hander's 3-1. And that's in for a strike.
Full count.
That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Second walk of the game for him, and he's been really patient at the plate. A game plan that he's sticking to. He's just not going outside of what he's looking for up there.
Now it's the right fielder, Wilyer Abreu. Corner infielders guarding the lines, trying to prevent extra bases. That's in there.
Now this team is definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ballgame.
Ball.
Yeah, that skips into dirt.
1-1.
Lay off that pitch down.
In the air, left side. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's one down.
Now left fielder, Tyler O'Neill.
Now the left fielder, Tyler O'Neill.
Definitely wants to stay out of the double play here. Ball on the ground in the infield. Should be an inning-ending double play.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
1 ball, no strike.
Story on the move. Slap the other way, foul. The tying run at the plate. Check swing, now he looked down to first. And he went around. Just enough that time. That one not close. 2-2.
The 2 strikes may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Just off the outside edge. Vaughn Grissom getting on deck circle. This one driven deep, way back there, and it's gone. We are tied. A massive home run, and they tie it up. It's 6-6. He absolutely crushed that one.
No doubt about that one, Boog. We knew it wasn't coming back.
Chris, that ball came out hot. So let's see what StatCast has to say.
Yeah, it really did, Boog. 111 miles per hour off the bat, and a really nice launch angle as well. Just a beautiful swing from start to finish.
Vaughn Grissom getting ready to hit. And that's outside.
1-0.
One down, base is empty. Gets the outside corner with that one. The Braves bullpen has some activity. Aaron Bummer, the left-hander, is getting that big fastball of his ready to go. And he deals. And now 2-2. And just misses with that one. Connor Wong waits on deck. Outside, and that is ball 4.
Now back. Catcher.
Here's a new pitcher from the pen, Aaron Bummer.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. Now pitching for the Braves, number 39, Aaron Bummer.
And here's the catcher, Connor Wong. Swing and a high fly ball. That one out towards left center field. Way back there. Out of here. That should get the dugout going. Second home run of the inning for them. And they add a pair. It's 8-6. That's their 4th home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Boog. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the dish. Welcome to the game. First pitch out of the bullpen, a tough one, and you know he's just trying to get one in there for a strike. And on the other side, as a hitter, it's a great time to be aggressive and let it fly. It's not what they were looking for when they turned to him, but now he's got to find a way to reset.
Jarren Duran, the next to hit. Slice the other way. That's a base hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Now it's Devers at the plate. And Devers hits that one. And Acuna able to make the grab.
Maybe caught that one off the end just a little bit. Couldn't quite barrel it up enough to really drive it.
Tristan Casas.
Now batting Tristan Casas. He's got a couple homers already, so can he possibly do it again?
Come on, man. Of course he can. Those two he hit were legit, and he looks pretty locked in right now at the dish. This might be a steal situation, but that's not your average catcher behind the dish. You have to be careful here.
Left-hand hitter waits. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Throw stops the lead runner at second. 2 on and 2 out.
These hitters are relentless. Just till the bell sounds, and they are going to keep coming at you, trying to get you into the corner and knock you out.
So 2 down. Here now the Red Sox DH. Masataka Yoshida. Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. Murphy makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. It's now 8-6. Back after this on the show. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Garrett Whitlock.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Michael Harris digs in now. He's someone that you might not describe as having elite level speed, but he can absolutely move, and it is a factor in his game. The pitch. Check swing, went around. That's strike 1.
Boog, this guy's definitely a plus runner, but what I love about him is that he goes all out every single time, never takes a break. It's guys like that, even though they don't have the elite speed, the fact that they're consistent with it, they make moves on the base paths.
And the pitch. And that's a strikeout looking. He's got to be frustrated with that call.
No, you know that's got to be very frustrating for this guy. He knows the strike zone extremely well. And you know what? Good hitters are not going to compromise. He'll take that punch out, but ultimately stick with his plan and have more success than anything else.
Here's the catcher, Sean Murphy. Off the plate inside, 1-0. The Red Sox leading by 2 here the bottom half of the 8th inning. Swing and a high fly ball down the right field line. Bounces over the wall in foul ground. It's an automatic double.
Well, there's something really nice about getting yourself an automatic double like that. You get to stroll into second base without having to worry about a throw or getting your uniform dirty. And now you're just looking for the next guy to kind of do the same thing. Maybe put one in the gap so you can jog home as well.
Kelman in the box now, takes strike 1. Tying run at the plate. Swings over the top of that one.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
Up the middle. In plenty of time to first. 2 gone now.
If you want to be a great defense, you have to deliver consistently. It doesn't matter how many highlight reel plays you make if you can't execute the small stuff, just like we saw.
And the batter will be the shortstop, Orlando Arcia. This is what stat nerds like myself might call a high leverage situation.
Yeah, Boog, not sure what the numbers say, but clearly an at-bat that could change the course of this game dramatically.
Fly ball down the line. This has got a chance, and it is foul. The pitch. Out front and foul to the left side. Murphy at second with 2 down. Next pitch is downstairs.
Looking very settled on the mound here in the 8th. One more out, and they'll probably hand it off to their closer for the 9th with at least a 2-run lead.
2-2.
Wouldn't chase that time. And now 2-2. And he grounds one to the right side. Into the outfield, base hit. Here's the throw. And he's out. Up, down, and that ends the inning.
Well, it's pretty difficult to throw a base runner out at the plate with 2 outs on a base hit to the outfield, but an excellent job of coming up with it, getting rid of it quickly, and throwing on the money. That is great technique from start to finish. Nice job to end the inning.
We're back. It's the top of the 9th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Joe Jimenez.
Number 77.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Trevor Story now at the plate. The pitch. Fastball in for a strike, and it's 0-1. And here it comes. And a foul ball. And that's in the dirt. And he struck him out. And a strikeout for the first out here in the 9th.
That's that classic wipeout slider below the zone right there. Just nasty. Looks like a fastball thigh high that you got to protect the zone, and then it's just that late break that fools you and kind of makes you look silly.
Abreu stands in now and watches strike one.
No ball. One
Base is
strike.
empty, one away. Here at the top of the 9th. Swinging a foul over the screen and back out of play. Left-hand batter waits. Down the right field line and a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Now batting, the left fielder, Tyler.
And next for the Red Sox, Tyler O'Neill. It was a 2-run homer for him in the 8th. That was a huge swing in the late innings of this one, Singy.
Yeah, it was a critical moment in the game, especially considering the inning. They needed it, and he really came through.
Now move to first, and he's back in there. That clips the zone. 0-1. That's a little bit low. Bounced up the middle, and it finds its way through for a hit. Throw into third. He's in there.
Now batting, second baseman,
Vaughn Grissom will hit next. That one in there across the letters.
0-1.
In the infield at the corners, don't be surprised to see them come home first and prevent that run from scoring.
Here's your 1.
Ball.
Straighten him
One
up
ball.
a little bit.
One strike.
Two on, 1 out.
That's
Started
a catch.
after it, trying to hold up. Now will look to first, and that's a swing according to umpire Mike Fillmore. And the slider just misses.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Jimenez with a move to first. Back standing. He's in there safely. Runners are at the corners, 1 away. Swings through for the kill. Slider got him for strike 3.
Well, that right there is just a pitcher's pitch. Tailing away from the hitter, mowing away with some good action at the end. You know, even if he gets the bat to that ball, it's probably just a weak ground ball to the opposite side. Tell you what, that's a tremendous 2-strike pitch.
So stepping in for Boston, Connor Wong. Here's a rocket out to left. And that is that. No runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left stranded. To the bottom of the 9th we go. Top of the order, due up. Red Sox 8 and the Braves 6. We're back, and on the mound is the closer, Kenley Jansen.
I think closer has to be one of the toughest jobs in baseball, and we see a pretty high turnover rate because of it. Every outing seems to be high pressure, this one included. We'll see if he can wrap up the win and get himself a save.
The pitch. Breaking ball inside. And that's ball 1.
It's good speed at the top of the order here. You want to get it on, see if you can get a stolen base, maybe get around the bases and pick up a run.
And the right-hander deals.
No.
Pitch misses, and the count is 2-0.
No
That one
strike.
called just inside, I think, and on the mound, he's trying to get a little bit of an explanation. Doesn't seem to be too bothered by it, though, but he clearly thought it clipped the corner.
That's
That
the ball.
one missed.
3-0.
Let's see if he gives him anything to hit here. There's a strike, and it's 3-1.
3 balls, 1 strike.
Next offering is fouled back. Kicks and deals. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. So a man on base to start the inning. Singy, that's a start.
Yeah, as soon as that ball got through, I could see down in the dugout, players pumping their fists. They know that they got a chance in this ball game.
And next for Atlanta, Ozzie Albies. That one hammered, but pulled foul. With the tying run at the plate, we're in the last half of the 9th inning. That one ripped, but foul. Tying run at the plate. They tried to get him to chase on a slider.
1 ball,
Down and
2
away.
strikes.
And a pitch. Fouls it off. Still 1-2. And a swing and a line drive into right field. That's a base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Oh, just a nice job coming through in a pretty high leverage spot right there. Nice line drive to the close side. Got it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
Looks like we've got a substitution at first. Coming on a pinch run for Atlanta, Forrest Wall. First and second, no outs. Here's the third baseman, Austin Riley. 0 for 3, a fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. First offering, and it just misses.
This is the guy they turn to get the most important outs of the ball game, but they're going to make him work to get this save.
So the tying run at second, and fouled off. Kicks and fires. Check swing, appeal to first. No, he held up. Try to keep the game alive here in the bottom of the ninth. Right-hander kicks, deals. That one misses, and the count's full. The pitch. Got him swinging.
And he'll be beating himself up on the way back to the dugout. Got a pitch to hit and just couldn't get to it. I think that slider really caught way more of the blade than it was supposed to.
And now it's Matt Olson's turn to hit. Known for his late inning heroics. And that one fouled off. With the winning run at the plate here in the last half of inning number 9. Fought off foul. At the belt and fires. Swung on and fouled off. And he'll need a new bat. Swing, and he breaks his bat. And it's just foul. That was close. That's ripped into the outfield. And that's a base hit around third. One runs in. Throw cut off, down to the plate. In there. He's safe. Tied up at 8-all.
Huge moment for him and his team, Boog. You know, some guys just grip it a bit too tight in a big spot like this, having a chance to tie it up in the bottom of the 9th. But he didn't let the moment get to him. Comes up with the RBI nod.
Zach Kelly into the game.
Number 76, Zach Kelly.
Marcell Ozuna next up for the Braves. Runner on the go. Slap the other way, foul. This guy's got good power. With one swing, he can win it for him. That one off the mark. Now 1-2. Got him swinging. He chased the changeup, and there's 2 away.
Well, I think he was waiting on the changeup right there, and he got it. It just drifted too far in on him. I think that pitch is just a little more out over the plate. Probably squares it up, but instead, he's going to have to go take a seat.
And here is Michael Harris. And that one fouled off. Two outs, but the winning run is at first. Swings through that one for strike 2.
0-2.
In the dirt, and a count 1-2.
Well, with the amount of pitches that can end up in the dirt, a good secondary lead doesn't have to get away from the catcher, but if you're anticipating based off the trajectory, get yourself into scoring position.
He's got it. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. So they can't come up with the winning run, and that means we'll have to go a little longer here tonight to find a winner. 10th inning coming up. We are deadlocked at 8 apiece. So coming into the game now on defense, Forrest Wall. He'll play second.
Number 73.
And we're back on to extra innings. Now here's the Red Sox leadoff hitter, Jarren Duran. And the right-hander back to work. Swing and a miss as he was out front.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit's probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
Just missed.
1-1.
And he bunts, but that's a foul ball. Man at second. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Man, there was no deviating from the fastball right there. He just kept coming after him with it. Here it is. Hit it if you can. And he just couldn't find a way to put it in play.
Rafael Devers up to hit. Swing and a miss. It's 0-1. Runner edges away at second.
Outside.
Just missed. And a count 1-2. That's down and in.
That's a really good take right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything with.
Two now. Swings and misses. Struck him out.
Nice work there to get the strikeout, and that's a big second out. I'll tell you, this whole crowd will be fired up. They can get out of this and leave that go-ahead run stranded in scoring position. This is a big moment in this game.
Next to hit, Tristan Casas. First pitch misses.
Well, it's kind of deflating. You blow that lead in the bottom of the ninth. So here's a new opportunity. Hit the reset button. Try to get some more runs and then close it out in the bottom half of this one.
2 down. Go ahead run in scoring position. And fouled off. Righty delivers. Now he breaks as bad as it's put in play. Zips it to first. Red Sox go 1-2-3. So it's no runs, no base hits, no errors, and one left on base. On to the bottom of inning number 10. We are deadlocked at 8 apiece. Back at Truist Park. On to the bottom of the 10th. And now the catcher comes up to him. Sean Murphy. Here comes a pitch. Not close with that one. And that is ball one. And strike one to the catcher.
Well, it looks like he's wanting to work the upper part of the strike zone. What does that mean? Top hand better be working for the hitters. Adjust that side a little bit. Give yourself a chance to hit.
Kelly picks over, and he's back in safely.
Yo, Boog, if you're that base runner at second base, you want to be quiet out there. Not bouncing around, not distracting your teammate, the hitter. Make sure that he can clearly focus on that pitch.
Oh, now this ball's going to get through, and that's a base hit. Throw is up line. This one's over, and the Braves walk it off in extra innings.
You know, he had to feel the pressure. Winning run on second base. Found a way to make solid contact, and the winning run comes across to score. Everyone going crazy. Exciting finish to this game today.
And the final here today, 9-8. A one-run extra inning win for Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show. I'm John Shambi saying so long.
The final line score for our ball game this afternoon for the victorious Atlanta Braves. 9 runs, 14 hits, no errors.